Welcome back to I Am African Podcast. I'm your host, Liz, and if you're seeing this, that means you've already watched the other videos because we are talking about the 2026 FIFA World Cup. You bought your ticket to the World Cup, but you still might not be able to get in. And the reason why is because the rules are more strict than ever. If you've ever been to a football match, if you've ever been to a soccer game, things are different. We are starting with 48 teams being part of this World Cup, history being made by countries that are coming on for the first time. This is hosted between 3 different countries. The rules are going to be different in every single country that you go in. But also, for each country you go, there are stadium rules. And I need you to watch this. I need you to share this with everybody that needs to know this, because it is very important. And especially if you're in the United States of America. And I am telling you this because I go to games in the United States of America. I go to basketball games, I go to football games, and I go to games at the Houston Stadium. The rules are strict. Security is there looking at you, trying to find things. And you might not be able to get in whether you have a ticket. You have to listen to this. Rule number 1, ladies, gentlemen, whoever brings bags to the stadium or to games, or anyone who goes to games and brings a bag, leave your backpack at home. Forget about packing extra things. This is not one of those events. You have to bring a clear bag. And they have different sizes. Those bags have to be plastic, clear bag where they can see things inside. The only thing that it doesn't have to be clear is small purses or small wallet, clutch bags, or whatever they're called. They're allowed into the stadium, but they have to be very small, that you cannot carry anything aside from your card. If you can fit your wallet in it, it might be starting to get a little big. So remember, clear bags that are small, PVC, and transparent. And that's the only thing that you can bring in the stadium with you. And they might actually be very small, that they are the size of your phone. If you show up with any kind of bag, they are not letting you in. So now they are sitting there or standing there in a position where, do you now throw away your bag? I know I would hate to have a really nice bag that I like so much, and I show up to the stadium and they said, well, throw away your bag if you want to go in and watch the game. Now I have to throw away the bag. So just do yourself a favor and leave it at home. Bring a clear bag. Amazon has a lot of options. There are places that you can go and get clear bags. Wherever you shop, they might have a clear bag. And because I already name drop Amazon, I'm not going to name drop the other ones. If you really want me to give you a list of places you can go get clear bags, go ahead and comment and I will DM you with a list. But aside from that, there's a long list of things that you cannot do. You cannot bring in, you cannot try to argue for, and one of them is food or drinks. You cannot bring food or drinks in these stadiums. And Americans are used to this. If you're American and you go there and try to cause chaos because of this, shame on you. But for anybody else who has not been to these stadiums, you cannot bring food or drinks. And of course, there are reasons behind it. There's politics behind it. I'm not going to get into it. Just remember, do not bring foods or drinks. Metal and reusable bottles. So if you have a water bottle that you like carry around with you, gym goers, I'm only saying that because me, myself, I have a water bottle on me. People that I know, if you have reusable water bottles, that means the one that are not plastic, the one that you carry with you all the time, the one that you like to keep, the one that you clean and continue using again, you cannot bring those into the stadium. And now you are asking me, well, what if I'm thirsty? There will be water there. You just cannot bring your own bottles into the stadium. And there's a reason for that. And I will give you one of the reasons why they don't do this anymore is because fans will get upset and they start throwing those bottles at the players. They'll start throwing them on the pitch or the field. They don't want that. FIFA does not want chaos in this World Cup. They want peace. They want respect. And so make sure you do that. Make sure you respect the rules. Don't bring those things because they will take it away. They'll make you stand there and throw it away in the trash before they let you in, because security at these stadiums is tight. They are trained for this. They've been training for the past 3 months, getting ready for this. Now, you cannot bring fireworks. Oh, Lord. You cannot bring fireworks. I don't know how to say this, but people do try to sneak in fireworks in the stadium. Imagine what a safety issue that you're risking other people's lives by bringing fireworks in the stadium. So please don't bring fireworks. You will not get in. Weapons or tools, anything, drones, selfie sticks, you cannot bring them. Saying selfie sticks is actually breaking my heart because I was one of the people that was like, well, I can bring my camera inside, which I'll get to, I cannot bring my camera inside. I wanted to vlog. I wanted to document this experience for all of my people that watch our podcast. I wanted to give you a documentation or a documentary of this experience going to the World Cup, blah, blah, blah. That is not going to happen. You're going to get a front version of this because I cannot even bring in my selfie stick. So remember, you can bring weapons. Definitely not. You cannot bring weapons to the airport. So I don't know how you manage to sneak in a weapon into the stadium. It's not going to happen. Tools, drones, selfie sticks, they are definitely don't want you flying drones anywhere. So if you are even thinking about finding out where the team are practicing, flying drone over the team practices and whatever, now is the time for you to not do that. Start rethinking your plan and just enjoy this World Cup. Don't cause chaos because those things are going to cause chaos and destruction. Laser pointers. I had to put this one on because people do this. And because of laser pointers, if you watched AFCON, African Cup of Nations, there was a big controversy between Senegal and Morocco. Their game, that was the final of the AFCON in 2026. It was crazy. Fans were pointing lasers. Moroccan fans were pointing lasers at Senegalese players, trying to distract them. It caused destruction. It caused chaos. Players had to storm off the field because how dare you? Why? That is very destructive. And now I see why FIFA is putting there. Because it just happened. Till today, we really don't know who truly won the AFCON. Even though Senegal really did win the AFCON, they're still going back and forth because of controversy that was caused by fans. So please don't bring laser pointers. It's also rude. It's disrespectful. It's destructive to everybody. So please remember, you cannot bring it. Even small things can get you stopped at the gate. Just remember this. If you have to ask yourself, are they going to allow this? Just forget about it. Stay home or leave it at home. Do not bring it with you. They also banned air horns, those ones that make that noise. They just don't want a lot of distraction. They don't want a lot of chaos. You cannot bring whistles. That is very justified because you are not a referee. These players, some of you are in the front row. Imagine you're in the front row, you have a whistle, and the goalkeeper is in front of you or the player is in front of you and they hear a whistle from a fan. They're going to throw the ball in, they're going to make a mistake because they think it's the ref. So you are not the referee. Keep your whistles at home. Keep them away. Let the ref do the reffing with the whistles. Drums, Congolese people. I think we need to have this conversation. Any African teams, we enjoy our drums. We love it. And I was looking forward to the drums. I'm not going to lie to you. But unfortunately, we cannot have drums. You cannot bring your drums in. You cannot, there's a lot of things that you cannot do. So be prepared with your hands because the clapping is going to have to make the excitement. You have to join your team, celebrate in different ways. But unfortunately, there won't be drums. But I know some people that can play drums on their bodies, so we're going to have to try that and see how good that turns out. So you just, there's another thing. You cannot just bring your own drinks. They said that only one sealed plastic bottle, the small ones, the ones this size, are allowed. No reusable bottles, all of that stuff. I know you're thinking, if I'm thirsty, they want you to buy the water in the stadium. So to be honest, it's not even worth it because you're going to carry that small bottle of water with you in those lines, trying to get in a gate, trying to find your seat. Just forget about it. Go ahead and do what you need to do. If you feel like you're not feeling well, go and beg for water. Someone will give you water. For me, I would rather you come to me and ask me for water than go through all this experience of delaying entrance at the gate because you're being problematic, you're bringing things that are not supposed to be brought in. Just go ahead and leave the water at home because it's not worth it. The chaos that comes with it is not worth it. The embarrassment that comes with it because you want to sneak in a bottle of water is not worth it. So just leave it at home, to be honest. Smokers, there are rules for you. Leave the vape at home. Leave your cigarettes at home. Whatever it is that you smoke, you leave it at home because they're not allowing it in the stadium. So you're going to have to stay home and do all those things, or leave it home and go to watch the game. They really want you to focus on watching the game. They want you to be part of that experience. Be respectful, because there are people that are probably allergic to certain things that you bring with you. There are people that will get sick if they smell the things that you bring. So just be respectful. Don't bring it. And if you do smoke, please go ahead and spray something on yourself. Some nice smelling deodorant, cologne, whatever it is, perfume, because they're going to smell it and automatically think that you have something on you. And now you're delaying the line, even though you don't have anything. So spray something on yourself, leave the vape, whatever it is that you smoke at home, because they're not going to allow it. And then also remember, in places like Mexico, it could be illegal to carry certain things that you smoke. So make sure if you go to these other countries that are not United States, you read the rules. You don't want to get arrested because you were seen smoking something. So make sure you read the rules. Yeah. Now let's get to the clothing, because apparently even your outfit can get you kicked out of the game, can get you kicked out of the stadium, and you might not be able to get in either. So they said offensive messages, political statement, or anything that is discriminating, a symbol of discrimination. There's people that are going to see German fans in Houston, in any part of the three countries. They're going to try to do the Nazi symbols and all those things. Just stop. Once they see this, you're going to be kicked out of the stadium. You're going to be kicked out of the game. And for those who are going there wearing certain things, I don't know if any of you ever watched it. It was trending. People that went to Houston Rodeo. The Houston Rodeo was at the Houston Stadium, and people went there and they were dressed very inappropriate for the standards or for the requirements, and they got kicked out. So they're not afraid to kick out people who are dressing in a way that is causing disturbance to other fans, is causing disturbance to the game of football. They are going to kick you out. So just remember, if you have to ask yourself, can I wear this? Can I do this? Can I bring this? Just don't do it. Because the chances are they're not going to allow you, and you already left. You've already made the drive. In this traffic, I'm going to tell you there is going to be traffic. So be prepared. But also, just leave it at home. It's not worth it. You want to go and have fun. You want to go and be part of the history that your country is making. So just focus on that. And then we also, I will say this, they check everything. They check your bags. They have metal detectors. They take things away from you. If you bring something that is big, if you bring a bag, you bring anything that they're not allowing, they will take it. If you really want to go inside, they will take it and keep it. They're not going to keep it for you to come back and pick it up, because they're not your maid. They're not your assistants. They are there to take things, and they will do whatever it is that they please with it. So if you have to think, ask questions, just go ahead and leave it at home. The World Cup isn't just a football thing. It's security. It's airport security. People think the hardest part of this World Cup was buying the tickets. I know a lot of people complained about that process. It was very complicated. It was long. It was exhausting. It was chaotic at best. But what you're about to experience after buying those tickets is something that requires preparation. Mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, you need to be prepared. Because you have to be prepared to remember all these things. But if you don't remember, follow us. You can always come back to our page and watch this video over and over again until you remember everything I'm saying to you. But remember, you have to know what you're getting into. You have to know what you're getting into. Getting into the stadium, you already got your tickets, you're excited, and the pressure is coming, and the excitement is starting. Especially for me, I live 15 minutes away from Houston Stadium. So anytime I drive in that area, I'm like, wow, this is good, this is ready. But am I ready? Am I ready for the chaos? That's why I had to sit here and do this. I had to communicate because I spent a lot of time reading what are the rules I can follow. Because as a podcast host, me and my EP are sitting here and planning this. How do we bring this to the rest of the world? How do we document this? How do we show people our experience with this World Cup? But then we also have to read these rules. So I know people hate reading these days, but I know people love watching me talk. So this is something for you. This is rules that you have to listen to, rules that you have to abide by. And if you don't listen to these rules, you're not getting into that stadium. This is just it. You're not getting into that stadium. If you're going to the World Cup, pack smart. Put your clothes in. Whatever it is that you don't need, leave it at home. If you're already in whatever country that you are going to watch the games, remember, you want to go there and have fun. Any distraction is going to prevent you from going and doing what you came to do. It costs you a lot of money. Those tickets are really expensive. And you already spent the money for them. So why would you do something small that will prevent you from having the experience that you paid so much money for? You have heard everything that I have said, and you've listened to everything that I have to say. You've heard the rules of the stadium. If you haven't, you watched the changes to the game. But when it comes to the rules of the stadium, what is one thing that they have banned that you think should not have been banned? I need you to say that in the comments and let me know what is one thing that they banned. And if I didn't list anything here, if you know something extra that I missed, please go ahead and comment so that other people will be able to know. If you feel like I didn't explain something really well, I didn't give an example, you want an example, please go ahead and comment and let me know, and I will be responding to people's comments and we're going to have a conversation about this. If you disagree with any of the things that are banned, especially selfie sticks, go ahead and let me know. Because this is our experience as people. People are paying a lot of money for this. So they need to be able to have the maximum fun. 48 countries in the World Cup. Round of 32. Big change. Red cards, left and right. Anything small, you get carded. And it translates all the way to the fan. Anything small, you're not going to get in. Imagine being the 48 teams that are going to be in this World Cup, remembering, oh, we cannot behave this way. You're going to have to talk to the players about discipline. They are talking to the players about discipline. That means we also have to be disciplined. And we also have to remember the rules and abide by the rules. So if you disagree with any of these things, let me know, comment, and let's have a conversation on this, because I have my opinion on it, but I would really like to see and to know what your opinion is on this. So go ahead and comment, and don't forget to subscribe. We are almost at 500 subscribers, guys. So go ahead and get us to 500 subscribers. And also, we want more. You have been part of this journey. Go ahead and keep up with us. Invite your friends. Let us be part of this community. Because this podcast, it is a community for everyone. It's not just for Africans. And I know people read the name and they're like, I am African podcast. It is, no, this is a podcast for every single one of you. So go ahead and subscribe. Follow us on social media. Keep up with us, because this World Cup is going to be interesting. And we're going to bring everything to you about this World Cup. And shortly after the World Cup, we have season 2 dropping, and the topics are going to be exciting. So this is I Am African Podcast. I am your host, Liz. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time.